So welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about what we call debaking. So before we continue, what is debaking? How do you define debaking? So some people define debaking as cutting off the beak of a hen. Is that one correct, viewers? So that is incorrect definition. So this method we are going to use to debake our hens, it is very terrible and it is one of the painful methods. So if you don't know the definition and you mistake with this method, it means that you're going to make your hens weak and eventually you make them die. So guys, you have to know the definition which is correct, the definition which is the cutting of the sharp pointed part of the beak. Oh, you can define it as it is the removal of the sharp pointed part of the beak. Oh guys, you can say it is the shortening of the beak, but don't say it is the cutting off of the beak, the removal of the hen's beak. Now if some people define it like that. Now if you define it like that, the hen is eating and then somebody removed the beak. Now how would it be eating? So guys, now we've known the definition of debaking. So this debaking, we are going to debake using what we call a red hot iron method. This method, it is where you find that maybe a person puts his panga, maybe a knife, into fire, and then he or she waits until it is hot red, and then he or she removes it. Then he presses it on the beak of the hen, where that very sharp pointed part we are talking about at first starts from. Where this sharp pointed part, I think you're seeing it, where it starts from, and then you try to cut it. As you see mine, all my hens have already debaked them, and then you cut that part so that you make it unable not to carry out what we call cannibalism, maybe vent pecking. There is what we call egg eating and feather pecking. So guys, this method, as I already told you, it is terrible. In case you have never used it, it is funny. So this is the reason as to why I decided to make the video and just show you the exact part that is supposed to be cut. So guys, as I told right now, our 300 layers are already baked, because we started in the morning very early, just baking one by one. So I'm done. If you look at them, you will see that they have all got cut beaks, the shortened beaks. Reason being, we are going to see that one. So guys, you may ask yourself the reason as to why I'm debaking my hens. I'm a person who doesn't like to see my hens suffering, see my hens not good in condition, see my hens not happy, not enjoying their life. So I don't like that. But guys, when it comes to poultry vices, I must do the baking just to control the habits, the vices you are going to talk about. So one of them, I just debake my hens as I sing them, just to control what we call egg eating. So by the way, I had here my egg. I think you're seeing this egg. Guys, this egg, if you don't debake your hens, and then maybe let's say they are hungry, you have not yet maybe fed them. If one of the hens, because remember now they are not debaked, if one of the hens tastes this egg you're seeing, because this egg is very sweet, it is generally sweet, I'm very sure those people who take eggs, you know what I'm talking about, because it has got many nutrients. This egg you're seeing, when it is tested by these birds of ours, they be used. So if a hen is used, then if you find your hen in the maybe in the places where they lay from, they are used to eating eggs. So you find that they are used to eating eggs, and you find these layers of ours, the main reason as to why we keep layers is to get these things. I think you're seeing this egg. So if your hens lay, at the same time they lay, they take. Now guys, what is the importance of keeping layers? Just it is one. The main importance is to get eggs. Now, tell me, how will you get eggs if they are eaten every day? So, to control that, you have to make the beak blunt, so that when it is going to take this egg, it tries to put its beak, then the beak slides. It does not break the egg. So, that is one reason as to why I usually debeak my hens. Then the second one is what we call vent pecking. So dear viewers, this vent pecking, it is also a poultry virus that has always caused strong pain to the hen. So how does vent pecking cause something called strong pain to your hen? So let us do it practical and see. So I think you know it better that this egg you're seeing, it passes you to get this egg, it passes through the vent. The vent is located here. I think you're seeing the vent is located here. So when we are talking about vent pecking, it is where you find that you didn't beak your hens, and one of your hens used its beak, its sharp beak. Then it used that beak to destroy the vent, to damage the vent where this egg passes. So you find that the hen is going to lay, it receives pain, it has strong pain, it is going to poo-poo. You find that it is pooping but receiving the pain. Now guys, what do you think can follow there? So your hen you will see it will be becoming weak. You bring in food, you find they are not taking food. Then you start asking yourself, what took place? So this is what we call vent pecking, where this beak that is sharp pointed, it is another hen uses it to peck in the vent of another hen. Now guys, we are done with that. Then let us come to what we call feather pecking. So feather pecking, it is also a poultry vice that has always caused what we call coldness to hens. How? So you find hens fighting all the time because they have got sharp beaks. You find a hen, they are fighting like this. You see? They are fighting like this. So now you find that a hen is left with the bare skin. So the importance of these feathers you're seeing just is bring warmth, to make sure that a hen is warm, its body is warm, but not to receive cold, to find that the hen is cold. So when these feathers are removed, you will find your hens that have coldness. So when you don't debeak, these are the results. You will find that your hens have no feathers and they will be having coldness. So to avoid this, you have to carry out debeaking. Then guys, those are some of the reasons as to why I debeak, but I have another one. It is called cannibalism. So when we talk about cannibalism, it is where you find that maybe, God forbid, you find that this hen of mine died, and then you're coming in the morning, then you find the hens that are alive, those ones that are still alive, they are taking that one, the flesh of that one which has died. Why? They have the capacity. They are able to take them because they have got sharp pointed beaks which can enable them to take them. So guys, to avoid all those, you have to debeak. So there are very many viruses, but those ones are the ones I think common. So those are the ones we should avoid, we should control, we should make sure that they don't happen, most especially those ones who keep layers like me. The importance of keeping layers is to have things like this. I think you're seeing it. So if they keep on taking these things, it means there will be a collapse of the business. It will collapse because these things are the ones we sell and we get money. So guys, those ones with local birds, you can debeak or leave. Reason being, your birds, they don't take a lot of time collided in one plate. As you're seeing mine there, they are collided in one plate. So, but your local chicken, I don't think they, if you are using free range system, where you find that a farmer allows his or her hens to get out of the coop and then they go around picking insects, eating maybe weeds and many others, there you can debeak or not. But still, if we have got maybe local hens and then they stay inside the coop, there you have to debeak, because you will be using this feeding trough. You will be using it whereby you will be bringing them feeds and then you put them in the feeding trough. Then you try to put it in that very coop. So they will be collided in one plate. So you also have to debeak. Then if you use what we call the depleter system, there you have to debeak. If you don't debeak, you will have problems whereby you will have egg eating, you will have cannibalism, you will have feather pecking, all phrases we have talked about. So guys, that's how we debeak, and those are some of the reasons as to why we do debeak our hens. So till next time guys, we meet in the next upload. Bye bye.